Hello, 8th graders. Today we're going to be talking about freshman class elections and everything you need to do if you are interested in running for the freshman class officers positions. I'm Mr. Bastine. I'll be running this. So, freshman class officers. So every single year there's a number of different positions available for each of the classes. You have president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and 3 representatives positions. Now, what these positions all do is they are essentially the representatives and everything for your specific class. Now, every single year you have to get reelected, but what these representatives and president and all that do is they pretty much set up things for your class every year, for whether it's picking a theme for homecoming, doing fundraising so you have enough money to pay for the prom your senior year, getting and picking where your senior trip is going to be, things like that. Now, the different roles have different tasks associated with it. President, vice president are kind of the leaders of everything. Secretary is the person who keeps track of the meeting minutes and all of the notes that happen during the student government meetings. Treasurer is the person who's in charge of the finances for your specific graduating class, whether it's the fundraising efforts or anything like that, or paying for the prom, paying for the spring fling, buying the paint for the murals that you're going to be painting in the high school for homecoming week. And then 3 representatives are representatives that help out with everything else. Now, those are the jobs available. Okay, if you're interested in running for one of these positions, okay, there are some qualifications that you are going to need to have. First off, you must be in good standing in order for your name to appear on the ballot. What that means, you have to be passing all of your classes. You also have to be in school. You have to have maintained an 80% attendance for this school year. We're not worried about past school years, just the school year. In addition, you have to have 3 or fewer disciplinary referrals this school year. Those are the qualifications you need in order to run. Now, once you've determined whether or not you're qualified or not, you don't just automatically appear on the ballot. You have to do some legwork as well. We want to make sure that you're actually invested in being a member of student government. That means doing a little bit of extra work. Depending on the position, there's various requirements. Everybody needs to have petitions signed. That's signatures from current 8th graders that are going to, want you to be in that position and want you to run. Depending on the position, some people need 50, some people need 25. I'll get to that in the next slide. You also need a written statement explaining why you want to run, why you think you're qualified for this position, why should people vote for you. And the last thing is a letter of recommendation from a teacher. All of the paperwork associated with this will be handed out to you in just a little bit, but these are the 3 things that you need to do. Now, depending on which position you are running for determines how much stuff you need. Again, everybody needs a petition signed, but if you're president or vice president, you need 50 signatures from your fellow classmates. If you're a secretary or treasurer, you need 30 signatures, and if you're running for representative, you need 25. Again, everybody needs a letter of recommendation from a teacher. They have to fill it out explaining why they think that you should run. And finally, the last thing is a written statement. The top 4 positions require a 100 to 200 word written statement. If you're a representative, you need 50 to 100 words. Again, there's 3 representative positions as well. Those written statements must be submitted on Google Classroom, along with the post with this. The letter of recommendation and the petition must be physically turned in to me. Now, once you have decided that you're going to run, and most importantly, once you've submitted all of your paperwork, and not before, you can start campaigning. In order to campaign, you have to have all of your paperwork turned in. Your petitions, letter of recommendation, and your written statement. That all has to be turned in first before you hang anything up. You don't want to get disqualified from the race. Anything that you hang up, though, has to first be approved by me. I got to make sure that all your posters are school appropriate. You can have a maximum of 25 posters up at any given time, and I have to sign off on them, so I'll initial each of the posters. Another rule, Okay, food and handouts. And we've had issues with this in the past, so we're just getting rid of it altogether. So you cannot hand out food or any other items to students in order to try and gain votes. Okay, if you do this, it will result in disqualification. Again, you can hang up posters once you get them approved, okay, but you can't hand anything out. You can't hand out food, you can't hand out pencils, pens, anything like that. Okay? If you do that, you will be disqualified and your name will not appear on the ballot. So don't spend a whole bunch of money paying for food and everything to hand it out just to not get any votes anyways, because your name's not going to appear on the ballot if you do this. Okay? There are a list of important dates that you need to pay attention to. It'll be on the handout that is being provided for you. Please make sure you're following the deadlines for that. There are no exceptions. You can't turn in something 3 days late after the deadline and expect your name to be on the ballot. Sorry, it's, rules are rules, and we have to, treat everybody the same with that. So please make sure you're following the rules associated with that and that you're following those dates. Again, I encourage you guys to run if you're interested. It is a lot of work sometimes. It is a big time commitment. So please make sure that if you are interested in running and you're actually going to run, that you're going to put forth the effort. And also, for those of you who aren't running, please pick somebody to be the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and representatives who you think will represent you and do the best job possible. Okay? You want to have as good of an experience in high school as possible, and student government definitely helps enhance that and make that as enjoyable as possible if you pick people who are doing a good job. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to stop by and talk to me, and good luck out there.